Two. Chaotically neutral. What's up with you? Still got the best screen name on the interwebs, I see. What up, half an actor? AKA half an actor. AKA Nasty Nation. AKA Nation. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes. What up, BG, when you bringing your wood to the mountains? I was up in the mountains the other day. We stopped by a spring. The who? It should be in there in the front. I really don't know where it is, to be honest. It may be in that one. I'm not sure. But yeah, we was up in the mountain the other day getting spring water. The real mountains, the Rockies, not those cute foothills that y'all got in Virginia. Well, Virginia, we got the Blue Ridge Mountains, and then we got the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. So, yeah, ain't nothing cute about Appalachia. Shout out to the Rockies, though. No idea, BG sell oak for wine barrels to wine barrel makers. I don't know too many people with vineyards. I haven't driven past that many vineyards. There's a couple of them out here, but I wouldn't do that. I would have to scale up to do that. I don't have the infrastructure to do that.
There's a lot of vineyards in Virginia.
The Appalachians think the Appalachians are cute. They think they're mountains. And like I said, shout out to the Rockies, man. I'm not even too familiar with the Rockies. Is that Colorado? What states do the Rockies pass through? What is that? What's happening? Nasty Nation said, "What's up?" Yeah, Big Nation. She said, "What's up?" Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, into Canada. Yes, the Rockies go from Colorado to Canada. Well, the Appalachian go from New York to Georgia. So there's that. Since y'all want to have a pissing contest between mountains, what's up, Big Bob?
The Rockies are like way bigger.
The Rockies are way bigger.
Yeah, I lived on the mountain that was tallest in the neighborhood. It was so tall.
So what are you saying right now? Like you team out there? You like the Rockies
I'm just
better
saying
than
you can't compare mountains.
the Appalachia?
Appalachian.
It's Appalachia.
I know, but I don't live there, so I call it
Yeah,
Appalachian.
but you go to the Appalachian, the people that live there, they're gonna be like, this the Appalachian. Like outsiders call it Appalachian. They just call it Appalachian.
Hi, everybody.
She said hi everyone except O'Donnell. Yeah, she's a fan of the Rockies. She went out there, said it's beautiful, way bigger than Appalachian Blue Ridge. etc. But what's up, little baby Ozark? The Rockies are bare rock, not nice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least out here in Virginia, all mountain ranges, you're gonna have some greenery. People live on our mountains. Like it's livable. They provide unlimited spring water. That's a healthy source of vitamins, nutrition, um, and it's free. And yeah, it's beautiful. Nature. It's not like the barren shit, like just mountains, just like yo, that's a big ass mountain, but it's nothing on it type shit. You know? Shout out to the Rockies though. I don't know. When I think of Rockies, I think of root beer soda or something. I don't know why. That's because your tallest mountain barely gets to the elevation of our foothills, 6,000. That's because your tallest mountain barely gets to the elevation of our foothills, 6,000 feet for the tallest at mountain. My house is at 11,000. Okay, okay, Crown Muncher, you're proud of your Rockies. I get it. You know, you want to be the tallest mountain. I understand. I just went down to the Blue Ridge Mountains last week. Went to Mount Mitchell with my wife and son. Yeah, the Blue Ridge is where it's at. I don't care about the tallest mountain. I don't care about elevation. I don't care about no other mountain traversing through any other state and going into any other country. I'm from out here, so Blue Ridge, Appalachian, and everything in between out here. That's what I'm rocking with. Shout out to the Rockies though. I just told him that. I said that too. Yeah, my Blue Jay said he don't give a fuck about elevation and all that shit. Well, we know that. You from New Jersey. I know. It's no secret. But you got the chin strap though. He got the chin strap trying to act like, huh? Yo, your shit jailed up though. That shit. Go look. He talking about knowing that. Go Google a picture of Blue Jay. You gonna see they got on the chin strap and they got the New Jersey jail. They shit jailed up right here. It just stick out like this, huh? Like they got on a little helmet. Yeah, you is. Yeah, but shout out to the mountains though. All right, what y'all want to talk about? The Blue Ridge Mountains were my grandmother's favorite. Her ashes were scattered there. That's what's up. Go ahead. No, no, we don't. Because the Hawks moved in, so man, you're gonna hear them more often. It's a family of Hawks that's new to the area. But yeah, that's what's up though. All right, I gotta go. Time for my physical oceanography class. How the fuck you gonna lead, Crown Muncher? You didn't even add nothing of importance to this conversation we are now having. All you did was brag about living at the tallest elevation. Appalachian descend mostly of Scot-Irish who were not welcome. New York, the early settlers of the colony. Yeah, a lot of Scottish, Irish folk settled there. Yeah, somebody's been doing some research. It's a lot of them still out there today. Just not as many as there were. A lot of folks that moved to the city because people out there in that area fell on hard times, and to be able to make a decent living and provide for your family, a lot of folks just moved to city centers. So, but yeah, it's still a lot of people. Then you got the Native Americans still out there. You got all types of people out there. You got you got your Negroes out there too. You got it's really a mixed bag. But yeah, the a lot of Scottish Americans, uh, or Scots and Irish, they settled there. So they got their own music, culture, and everything else. What's up, CJ? What's up, future class DMB official? The original rude boy that by time at time I see ya. Every day a teacher call from school and say you're doing no work. What up with you? I'll talk to you in 10 minutes. I'm on a ladder. All right, now take your time up there now. You get it? Yeah, y'all climb on in. I don't have nothing to talk about for real. I'm just on here to be on here. Because I haven't been on here in a while, so I was like, let me go ahead and tap in real quick, see what the fuck people up to. I ain't really been up to nothing much. And yes, spring is nigh. I know you can feel it in the air. There's a lot more spiders out. I'm seeing a lot more male mosquitoes. They, not the ones that bite. The males don't really be on that bitey shit. They just fly around you because they attracted to your sweat. They smell you, be like like male mosquitoes when they fly around you. It's like they trying to level with you, like yo, level with us, son. Like let's commiserate. Like yo, all bitches are evil, son. That demeanor with them, where they're nosy, but they ain't trying to bite the shit out you. Then once you're in the spring, that's when the females come out, and they want to bite the shit out you. They want to do you dirty. They say it's they need your blood because the female mosquitoes gotta have enough energy to produce offspring. But I know armadillos, the female armadillos, they need a lot of energy to produce offspring, but they don't go around sucking your blood. So female mosquitoes just be on one. And it's just because I'm hungry and I'm feeding too. No, you're an evil bitch. That's what you are. All right. Why are there so many solar flares right now? Because the Most High said so, and because He could do that. That's my answer to all scientific questions. I don't even know the answer to, but the Most High does, and I'll just leave it at that. Because I don't have the answers. I don't fucking know. They hit me. They be like, "How? Why come? Why come all of Venus is aligned with Mercury and the Earth flat, but we can see it through it?" I'd be like, "Yo, cause God did that." What y'all want to talk about, man? Climb on in, climb on in. We started to see mosquitoes. California's out and about. I just started seeing them last week because it's still kind of chilly here, but I'm only seeing the males. I fucking hate mosquitoes, man. I can't wait till this spring and summer so I can do my thing, but I'm not looking forward to mosquitoes. I love winter, and I love fall. Fall is good too. You know, the mosquitoes start to dwindle, and it's just not as cold as winter, but you still get that crisp morning air. You know, when it's like 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, it's real good. I was able to stand out here without having to really move around too much to avoid being bit. You know, it's just real nice right now. But in the spring and summer, it's gonna be hot, hot. Shit gonna be hot, sweaty. You're gonna be getting bit. Then the random clouds of gnats. You're gonna have fruit flies in your kitchen again. I don't remember that. And you got children, they gonna be in and out. Screen doors left ajar. Mosquitoes coming in. You have been sitting there minding your business in your favorite chair watching TV, and all you hear was, yeah, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with that. Mosquitoes are the Nissan Altima of bug. They are. They fly like how Nissan Altima people drive too. They fly and drive the same. They have similar patterns. The cicadas, yeah, they're gonna be out, but they ain't gonna do the fuck out one for another like 10 years. When the last time? Because they got, I think they do the 16-year cycle thing. And when the last time we had a bunch of cicadas? I can't remember when, but they come out in full force. Like they come out every, like you'll hear them chirping and having sex and calling each other in the trees every summer. But once in every 16 or 17 years, all of them come the fuck out. They cover your driveway. They all over everything. I don't think that's gonna be this year. But yeah, they get annoying too. And then the stink bugs coming back. So stink bugs about to make a return. They get everywhere. They don't give a fuck about a closed door. They don't give a fuck about a gasket seal. Jake break. They don't give a fuck about. Yeah, they don't care if a door is closed. They're in your house. They're in there like, yeah, we here. Like, yo, what's for lunch? People are scared to step on stink bugs because then when you do step on them, they just like more show up. Like they cousins show up. Like, yo, who called? Yo, you called? Monty, is that you? Yo, what's good? Oh, I brought the family. You all right? Shit, just like, yo, you gotta vacuum them niggas up because you step on them, they get to stinking real bad and they call their family members and shit. I'm about to start my cult. May I borrow O'Darn? May I borrow O'Darn? I need a tall dude. Hell no. Nah. O'Darn rocking with my cult. You gotta find your own tall dude. Maybe you can ask Owen Benjamin if he wanna be a part of your cult, but nah, I got my people y'all like locked in. So yeah, we locked in. Yeah. Like we a unit, a set, a gang, a conglomerate, a committee, a group, a task force. We are it. We are the shit. We are. Yeah. Join the cult of having a CDL. Oh, fuck you. Fuck a CDL. Yeah, you know what? Fuck a CDL. You don't even need a CDL to do CDL shit, but you need a CDL. You get pulled over by the wrong people, you need that CDL. If you don't have it, you get caught doing CDL shit, they gonna get you. Fines, shit being impounded, taken away, privileges revoked, all types of stupid shit. But yeah, there's people like my dad was driving a fucking 16 wheeler. He learned from his dad when he was like 12. Up the air brakes and all that shit. Shit ain't nothing. Like this shit automatic now. So you got a lot of shit they moving towards the automatic. So you're not gonna have a lot of stick shit like semis out there. Maybe it still is, but my dad switched to an automatic when he was doing his thing. But that's just because the company he was with that provided the shit. They went the easier route. But yeah, you don't need fucking CDL. Mern and BG. What up, Quantum Epic? CDL equals state's permission equals gay. I feel the same way. I just can't go too hard about feeling that way because I have a driver's license. So yeah, you know, we pick and choose our battles. It's all good. Allegedly, on been talking about money problems a lot lately. Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen that shit. David Cardone, soon the fully automated trucks will be taken over. I don't think that. I think that's still a ways out. I hear people talking about it like the shit gonna happen tomorrow, but it may actually happen. But they've been talking about that shit for years, for decades. I don't know. One thing I do know is I don't give a fuck how automated things get. You still gonna need a mechanic to fix it. You may not need a driver, but you will need a mechanic. Y'all better stop sleeping on that trade. I hear people fighting over trades. They don't even bring up auto repair, diesel mechanic. They don't bring up no technician, no. It's like niggas don't even use the automobile the way these niggas talk about their trades. The auto repair is, dare I say, the most important trade. Because I don't give a fuck how much you appreciate the plumber, the electrician, the roofer, the linemen that come out and restore your power. I don't give a fuck how much you love them niggas and put them niggas on the pedestal. All them niggas I just mentioned, they need an automobile to get to you. Guess who keeping them automobiles on the road? Everybody loves to big up the trucker, the truck drivers. Support our truck drivers. Hey, who keeping the fucking diesels on the road though? Yeah, everybody get quiet when it come to that shit. What are the truck drivers gonna drive if them shits ain't on the fucking road because they broke the fuck down somewhere? You know? So yeah, I don't care how self-driving vehicles get. All that shit gonna need to get fixed. Unless you want to build robots that can repair. They have robots that put this shit together. The assembly line. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to diagnostics, maybe the computer shit. But that is just entirely too much overhead to just have those same assembly robots in the dealerships fixing shit. Still gonna need people. Like you wouldn't make no profit having robots in it. So yeah. Shout out to my mechanics, man. BG, I waved to you when I was flying over Virginia on the way back from Raleigh. That's what's up. I appreciate that. Yes, he has to sell the animals because the processors went down for unauthorized TV. I don't know why you would sell the animals if you're a homesteader. That doesn't make any fucking sense, but okay. Fucking, you champion yourself as a fucking farmer. Like, you don't know how to make your animals make you money. That just seems like silly investments at that point. Just it seems like you just got animals just so you could LARP as a farmer slash homesteader or something. Remember what I told y'all? People like, yo, go get a fucking cow. I was like, yo, you know how much a cow costs maintenance wise? I'll pass. The only reason why a lot of these people online that y'all watching out here got all these fucking animals is because they getting paid to either have them, they making money from them, or they just doing the YouTube thing, getting money from AdSense, or their audience is paying their way. It ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. But like we go back to like the 1800s with the Homestead Act, your animals had to make you money or you couldn't have fucking animals. It was just that simple. So if you don't know how to let your animals make you money, I can't call you a farmer or a rancher. That's really ranching for real, because you're not making money. Your land isn't really making you money, except for the shit that you can use as a prop for your debt-free speeches and how you're not in debt and how you got this and that and how you don't live like everybody else lives. But yeah, man, y'all, yeah, all that shit expensive. Llamas, yeah, like one or two goats just for the cheer and they can go outside and laugh at and shit. But like, you want goat milk, selling goat milk, and like people, it may be like a hobby, but you're not going to support a family of six selling goat milk, especially in a rural area like that, because you look down the street, what you see. You look up the street, what you see. Everybody homesteading, or they got a farm up there, because you in the rural side of the country. So everybody already doing what you doing. So how many people you gonna be able to sell milk to? You gonna have to go in the city and sell it to the city folk who desire that. So, you know, yo, shut the fuck up, son. Yo, don't make me come up there. You showing off right now. Don't make me come out there. Yeah, I'm gonna get a chopped cheese for you then. Shut the fuck up. Shut up, stupid. All right, two more questions. People start applying for diagnostic jobs. Yeah. All that shit. Like computer techs, they gonna have they will. It looks like they will have the upper hand going forward. Well, certain ways into the future, people who are computer savvy, like with programs and like coding and like in order to fit, like if you go on the Wendy's right now and there's nobody there to take your order, what they do is come from out back from the back and point you to the computer, and you're like, oh shit, when the fuck did this get here? They're like, place your order on that, and you got, yeah, when that shit fuck up, yeah, the guy comes in with the bag, the Klein bag and shit, and he takes shit apart and gets to working on it and putting the shit back together. He got the code reader that, yeah, that guy. Yeah, he'll be all right. No one's gonna need a mechanic when the cars are all electric and built to be recycled at 100,000 miles. Shit, there's still gonna be plenty warranty work to go around. There's still gonna be plenty recall work, warranty work. You can't get out of needing mechanics. I don't see it. I don't see, because somebody's buying those vehicles that hit 100,000 miles. They not just sit. Somebody needs to repair those. And as I see it right now, mechanics not only have to be versed in auto repair, they also have to know a little bit about electric wiring or E-dub and HVAC, because cars have heating and cooling systems, and they have complex wiring. They have cans and buses communicating from one module to the next module. So you gotta be a little bit of an electrician, a little bit of an HVAC person. Mechanics are just well-rounded. A little bit of carpenter. You gotta be part carpenter too. Just a little, just tiny, just a little bit, yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Just a little bit. You know. Mechanics, they do a lot. It's more than just drive home a fucking bolt with an impact wrench. Like mechanics, yeah, auto technicians, yeah. Airplane technicians, diesel technicians. You still gonna need your guys, man. You can't. They not replacing that. Sell the animals to buy better animals. No, that fat bitch should have sold those fucking animals and that land up there in Idaho and bought the land in Missouri. Now all of a sudden he trying to sell shit in order to get shit. Nah, that ain't how it works. Like, y'all see what the fuck I do. I sell shit to get other shit. That's just what men do. I didn't grow up around men who asked other men for favors. And for a grown man, like back when I was coming up, because we grew up on different sides of the track, and I'm not just speaking tone and skin color wise. I'm talking about some of y'all just came from wild ass backgrounds. I feel like I had a well-rounded, wholesome childhood. I got my ass whooped when I needed it. Not only did I have a father, I also had a mentor at the church who looked after me. I went over his house. He taught me the value of hard work. I was cutting lawns at a young age. When I didn't want to, I laid in bed all morning. I get yelled at. Sometimes I couldn't even lay in bed even if I wanted to. I get my mom come down there and shake me until I got up. And it'd be like, yo, I'm gonna go get your dad. And that's when I hop the fuck up. Like, what's up? What's popping? I'm ready. What's good? We good? Everything's good. Copacetic? All right, let's go. So just coming from all of that to going from now to seeing grown men online saying they make a living off the gratitude of other men, this shit weird. And there's not that will never be normalized to me. I don't give a fuck how many people I see doing it. That shit just like trans kids and all that other weird shit. That shit weird and foreign to me. I don't give a fuck how many people do it. Like, as you see grown men talking about, yeah, I'm making a living off gratitude, the gratitude of people who watch me act a fucking fool. My lifestyle is funded by donations. Like, that shit just wild to me, man. I understand it, but that shit wild to me. It's a lot of people doing that shit. This shit just That shit just wild to me, and I would never do that. I couldn't live with myself doing that type of shit. I just couldn't. Yeah, I wasn't brought up like that, but yeah, sometimes, yeah, I forgot where I was going with this. I want a cow for real, starting today. I don't, and you know what, Lauren? I don't even want a cow. I do want chickens, but that ain't for me right now. It's just everything has its season. There's a time and a place for everything. You gotta make sure you're gonna be available. You have the availability, the time to manage around that, and to include that into your day, or make sure your budget is where it's supposed to be. Sometimes you do have to plan out your steps. You can't just jump into things. Jumping into things like that, like just getting a whole bunch of animals because you see somebody else doing it, or you feel like it's the end of the fucking country. Um, yeah, sometimes you have to exhibit a little bit of a leadership quality about, especially if you the man of the house, or like certain women can guide towards certain things, but sometimes you just gotta order your steps. Let everything be done in decency and in order, because then you jump into things that can create issues between you and whoever you with. Or if you get into it dolo, you're not with nobody, that could put you in a bind financially. And then other things you may want to pursue, you may not have the time to because all your money wrapped up in this. And then before long, you're like, shit, this was kind of a bad investment. I think cows are adorable. They're fat. They fall down. They can't get up. They can go upstairs, but they can't go down. Fucking adorable. I love cows. They give you milk. They have babies, all types of shit. But they drink a lot of water. They have to graze and do all that extra shit. They chew the fucking cud. They got the clover hoof and all that shit, so it's all good. You know? Shit get real cold outside in the winter. You gotta go out there, break up the fucking ice so they can stick their tongue in there and get some fucking water. You know, you gotta milk them, or weird shit happens. You know, you just, sometimes somebody finds joy in just knowing somebody near them that does all these things and then going to support them. And I'm a support kind of guy. I like supporting the people that already do that. So ain't nothing wrong with that. Dude made $80,000 selling hay from his Missouri property last year. It sounds like he knows how to make his land work for him. Mm-hmm. Nah, cows are the most lucrative. Yeah, I guess you just gotta know. You gotta know what you gotta have the knowledge. It just come down to knowledge of what to do, and then you a market for it. Like you could be standing next to a mountain of gold, but if no one wants it, then that gold isn't worth anything. And if you don't have the knowledge of what to do with the gold, what to put it in, or how to use it, then that shit just worthless. And you gotta wait until somebody comes along and is like, hey, I know what to do with that. I can put it in watches, put it in all other types of shit. That's useful for a whole bunch of shit, Johnny. Just watch what I do with it now. But sometimes there ain't a market for things in certain people's area. And sometimes the Amish have cornered the fucking market in it. So you can have a cow, you can have 100 cows, all the fuck you want. The people locally are shopping with the Amish, or shopping with the farmers that are already there. It's like drugs. Have you never seen Power or any of these? Have y'all never seen The Godfather? It's like sometimes there may be a market for things, but that market is already fucking cornered. And you gonna have to ship your shit way the fuck out there in order for you to break ground, or at least to break even for your investment into this. Or if you got money from certain things and you don't need your animals to make you money or the return on your investment in animals, you just buy a whole bunch of fucking animals. Like just go get a fucking, don't stop at a fucking cow, get a fucking tiger too. It's like, yo, look at my tiger. So when people come over, you be like, yo, have you seen my tiger though? Yeah, come check it out. I named it Ushabu. Come here, Ushabu. Don't even have it on a leash. Fuck it. Just have it running around the house. Just free ball it. Just be like, yo, where's your tiger? Oh, it's coming downstairs now. Let your guests be like, yo, coming downstairs now. Is there an official tiger handler with a leash on that bitch? Like, no, it's just, come here, Ushabu. Come here, they want to see you. Yeah, just let it come on down there. Let it be at the screen door when company come over. Just come on in. He won't bite you. He just always look like that. He may be hungry, but he ain't gonna eat you though. Yeah, you know, because you got money like that. You can do shit like that. Get a fucking monkey and name it Bubbles. Get a chimp. Get a whole chimpanzee and dress it like Curious George. Put a little sailor's hat on it. Throw some jorts on it. I don't give a fuck what you do with it. It's called a Curious George. Come here, Curious George. Come here. They be like, yo, who the fuck is Curious George? Like, oh, that's my chimp. Yeah, it won 2 boxing tournaments too. Come here. This shit smacked like a Hitmonlee. I tell you that much. Come here. This shit. You're like, yo, that's the shit that snatched somebody's face off in the news. I read about it. They're like, yeah, not him. No, he cool. Like, he cool. As long as you're not scared of him, he won't, he won't mess with you. Yo, I got 2 more questions, man. I got 1 more question. I'm gonna get the hell up out of here. I don't even know. I don't even know why I'm on here. Ranchers have cows. You ain't homesteading it. Yeah, that's ranching. I think ranching and farming is different. Homesteaders don't really make homesteaders don't make money homesteading, or at least like farming is a career. Your livestock or whatever the case, your crop makes you money. A lot of farmers, like they in the soybean, they try and grow what's in demand, so they can get certain contracts with certain vendors or however the fuck that work. Then you got homesteading is just like for people who have a garden. Like homesteaders, probably you a homesteader, you probably gonna have like 20, 30 acres. You may have a food forest. You may sell some of the stuff you grow or some milk from your animals, but that's not enough to sustain you or your family. You make your money doing something else. And homesteading is just like a way of life. Just look at the Homestead Act. And ranching, it's like cows, like for meat, stuff like that. Like ranchers may have a garden on the property, but it's only enough to like support their family. Like they may have like 1,000 heads of cattle going on, and yeah, they employ some shit of people, and that shit is an all-day fucking job. Yeah, so it's just a difference. I have a cat farm. They are trained assassins. I'll hit you up after this broadcast and we're talking about shipping me one of them assassin cats out here. Yeah, I got 1 more question though. What is on a chopped cheese exactly? I'm trying to get my cultural appropriation game strong. Well, the chopped cheese was invented in Spanish Harlem, and the first chopped cheese was sold at Haji's Bodega. Since then, it is spread all over all the boroughs of New York. So there's a chopped cheese in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, that people in Harlem are not excited because the Jews made it on a bagel. They took the original formula and just put it on a fucking bagel. And the guys out there, they're like, yo, that's not a fucking chopped cheese. You're fucking disrespecting fucking tradition. So the chopped cheese, no one know. I don't know what's on it. Even the program I watched about the chopped cheese, like they just show up to the bodega. They're like, yo, Haji, let me get a chopped cheese. They never ask what's on it, what's in it. They know you're an out-of-towner when you inquire about the ingredients. Excuse me, Haji, can I get a chopped cheese, please? And how many trans fat and subcultured and sugars and what's all on it? Hold the onion. They'd be like, nah, son, you an out-of-towner. You just order the fucking chopped cheese, you take what's on it, and you fucking get the fuck out of here. That's our culture. So that's what they do. I don't know. Just type it in. You find out. Every Wendy's, every Wendy's near me are fully operated by transgender. It's a trip. Well, and speaking of fun facts, did you guys know that in 1982, the cereal company General Mills started Olive Garden? Yeah. Fun fact of the day. Shout out to Olive Garden. Shout out to General Mills. Shout out to 1982. That's when he upset at somebody else. He ain't yelling at me like that. I respect robots more than the general population at this point. I don't think robots are worthy of respect in that manner, the way you would respect a person, because a robot is programmed and cannot act outside of its program parameters. So there's nothing to respect. Like when it comes down to making, let's say, a moral decision, whatever's programmed into it is gonna get programmed. Just like, have you seen Terminator? That nigga was trying to kill a whole kid. You respect that? Well, you would have to. It's a robot. That's what the fuck it was programmed to do. So certain decisions can't be made. It can get a virus, it gets sick, and just become corrupted and all that other shit, or whatever the fuck they want you to believe from the sci-fi movies. But as far as respect goes, it's a fucking machine. Like, I respect my gator, but not on the level of, respecting somebody like I respect somebody. Like I like equipment. I like machinery, I like cranes and dump trucks and tiger cats and bobcats and Massey Ferguson tractors and John Deere skid steers. I also like John Deere zero turns. I also like John Deere track loaders. I also like John Deere side by sides. I also like John Deere apparel. I know that John Deere has a log splitter. Hey, I like the John Deere 1025R. I like John Deere loaders. I like the front end bucket. I like John Deere excavators. I even like the John Deere branded Briggs and Stratton engines. What the fuck was I? I don't even know where I was going with this. I got one more question left. Mechanics are glorified Lego hobbyists. Yeah, that's funny. Do you think Owen owns vice grips? I doubt it. Amy probably does though. Amy looked like she owned a couple. You know, she may have she may have a ratchet or two. Amy has that. Shut the fuck up. Amy has that rugged look. Like she has that boyish. She got that tomboyish rugged look. Like she'd be in the crawl space type shit, trying to figure out how the rats are getting into the house. But that's Amy. I feel like she'd go be in there looking for shit, looking for clues and shit. Like she may have went to Walmart and bought like a heart blower, like Walmart's brand of outdoor power equipment. Like I feel like that's her. If you can't weld, you are not a mechanic. That don't mean shit, Ryan Land. A lot of mechanics have a welder they'll call in to fix certain things. Like lifter tick. A lot of people get lifter tick. This is just one example. A lot of people get lifter tick, bring it into the shop. The shop They'll charge you like they did the work, but they have a welder on call. They can call up, be like, yo, I got some work for you. Soon as you leave, they're gonna call up like, I got some work for you. And in order to get out that broken manifold stud, they're gonna have to weld a nut to it and back it out. And some shops they have a mechanic that can weld, some don't. Some gotta call somebody in. Same thing with certain intricate, delicate diagnostics that need to be done in certain conditions on a vehicle as it pertaining to like a no start situation or something like that. But yeah, my mechanic is also a marriage counselor. That makes sense. That makes sense for a mechanic to be a marriage counselor and give some good advice. I like to fancy myself a mechanic, and I'll give marriage advice. I'll counsel a marriage. I'll marriage counsel some shit. I grow a garden to have better quality of life, and because Big Homie told me to grow a garden, son. And shout out to you, Chris Waters, because you have the biggest garden. So you're saying homesteaders have to scam and steal on the internet? I don't know if that was directed at me, but I didn't say that at all. I miss Big Homie. Shout out to Big Homie. hmm Cows make the best friends. They chill as fuck. Cows, they chill. They chill. They be chilling. If you can't hit a broadside of a barn, I'm taking all your goods regardless. Okay, okay, shots fired, obviously. Okay. I'm trying to catch up. All of y'all getting dressed if the grid goes out for 72 hours. Big goat milk is competitive. Remember, Owen ate a rabbit's heart raw and became the rabbit. I don't, I don't remember that. That sounds that's that I wouldn't do that. It's like I feel like it's a good way to get parasites and some type of muscle worm or some shit like that. Like if you just bit into like you just ate a raw rabbit heart and it had a cyst of some kind, like little egg sacs, just waiting to continue their life. in another animal's body and you just ate that and now you got health issues and they misdiagnose it in the fucking hospital and say you got arthritis later down the road and the whole time you just got a bunch of worms in your system, man. Yo, what's up, yo? Huh? Lauren? Lauren Pritchard? Why her though? Lauren Pritchard, you still here? What? Jessica, she not here. I haven't seen her. No, he said that. Lauren, I got a chickadee up there that wants to say hi to you. I don't know about all that. This shit just so random. You came out of nowhere with that weird ass request too. I can't. All right, I got it because is Mars flat, BG? I don't fucking know. I don't give a fuck about Mars neither. Homesteaders make YouTube videos. Yeah, that's a good way to get some passive income if you have enough videos. And a good way to just have income in general if you're a homesteader. Like you're doing homesteady type content because you live on a homestead and that's your lifestyle. A lot of homesteaders, like women, like when you like I used to watch Dirt Patch Heaven. And her husband, I don't know what, I think he a trucker or something, but he can afford to just have that situation. She was a stay-at-home mom, raised the kids, had the homestead. You seen her doing the videos. Like it used to be rare you seen a guy doing homestead videos because they were the ones always out working and getting the money, and the women were at home. It was like, hey, I'm gonna just pick up the camera and show people around the homestead that what we're growing, that what we're doing the hair. But all of that was supported through the husband who was out working. It's like now, that's why I say certain people is just they online with it and they can afford not to. I'm not gonna say not to work, but yeah, I'm gonna say not to. They can afford not to work because they make their money doing this. What I'm doing right now, they make their money doing that, and they can afford to have nice things, and they're just always home. It's just the mom, the dad, everybody's always home, and it's just, yeah. Shout out to homesteaders. I am not a homesteader. I remember that one time Anomaly called me a homesteader, and I had to correct him. I believe he called me a homesteading legend. I'm not a legend, and I'm not a homesteader at all. I wouldn't call that garden I got over there a homestead by any stretch of the imagination. But it does its thing. It's small, but I keep it clean. I piss around the edges of it to keep the deer away. I companion plant marigolds over there so that the aphids and all the little other bullshit don't grow too attached. I haven't had a problem with hornworms on my tomato plants. You ever been outside at your tomato plant and just seen this big dumbass worm on there? The horn is called a hornworm, and it's about the size of my arm right here. That shit just huge and juicy. I believe it's called a hornworm. That shit big. That shit is larger than life. That shit is epic. I seen one, it was about an inch wide. That shit was like this wide. And it was about 5 inches long. I was like, what in the fuck are you? And it turned around and said, I want what everybody want. You got the good shit here. Let me go ahead. I'm like, I don't know what you gonna spin yourself into a cocoon and become, but I don't want you to live long enough for me to see. A man ain't a man until he produces a son. I guess so. John Deere boxer briefs, yes. Oh, this must have been during my John Deere rant. Jawbone connected to the neck bone. Looking at. Yo, who said that? SVG, yo. Hey, that. Yep. Face ass. Fuck out of here. If you need to call up, I ain't reading no more Ryan Lane shit. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. BG, did you see On might win Grifter of the Year? Yeah, that's funny. Amy and Amy the tomboy second. I ain't trying to disrespect nobody's wife like that. Yeah, I ain't even gonna sit here and be this party to disrespecting somebody's wife like that. That's a I can't even fake and get on a high horse about that type of shit. I did say I would fuck her and put black babies in her belly and make her and raise them. So it's just for me to just get on that type of I'm not gonna talk about no one's wife. That shit it just that shit just be goofy as I be a goofy. But man, shout out to them. Grifter 1 and Grifter 2. I was like, what does it mean though? I don't even know. She isn't watching this BGW. No, my bird wanted to say something. Shout out to the titmouse. Yeah, shout out to all my tufted titmice. All right. BG, do you know anything about the Honda Acti? The Honda Acti? What is that? Is that a new engine? Let me guess, 36 horsepower. 36 horsepower V-twin. What is that? Let me guess, they put it on a Ferris. They put it on a fucking Ferris mower. But yeah, how long I've been on? 1 hour, 3 minutes. All right, I got 2 questions left. Honda Palm Strikes. Them shit. That's why I hated playing Street Fighter on Sega Genesis because you always had you'll have a sister that be like, let me play, and you'd be like, no, and shit, I don't want to play. You'd be like, all right, go ahead, and shit, you go ahead and pick your character, and she'll go ahead and pick Honda, and you be like, I'm gonna go ahead and get her out the way real quick so she can get the fuck off of here. And the whole time she just sitting there slapping the fuck out you, pressing any button, and you can't get no hit in. And you're like, yo, can you stop pressing any button? And she's all like, I'm winning though. Like, that's not the point, is to win. The point is to, I mean, that's the point, but I don't like how you're playing. I fucking hear it. I fucking hate Honda. I'm so poor, I'm about to buy a second PS5. If you getting it at a discount, how much the PS5 going for? Shit, you get that thing for $80 and repair it or do whatever you gotta do and let that thing go for $300. BG for Riffer of the Year. Like he's good at riffing, improv jokes. I don't mean to brag, but I believe I am excellent at jokes on the fly. Yeah, it was Dawson. Dawson. And speaking of Street Fighter, I checked out that live action series of Avatar: Last Airbender on Netflix. I like it. It's certain characters I feel like should have been casted like differently, but it's I mean they're not gonna get everything right, and I'm sick of nitpicking with over movies and series that just take the shit for what it is. Damn, are you even a woodpecker? What the fuck are you? You just slamming your head up against the tree trunk? Like y'all heard that shit? Sound like a little 22 pistol going off. Fuck wrong with you? Your neck hurt like shit. Your neck strong as shit. Fuck wrong, and you small as hell. Stubby neck ass. Your neck little as hell. Head ass. I'm about to cook you now. But yeah, I checked it out. It was decent. And I'm gonna start watching Shogun too as soon as they get more episodes up on Hulu. So. I need an N64 with one game, Tony Hawk. I never played the skating game. When I had the N64, I had Mortal Kombat Annihilation, I think. Was it Mortal Kombat? It was one of those Mortal Kombat games, and it had New Cybot, and it had Cyrex and Sector on it. And then when you want a Sector's finishing move, no, Cyrax had the finishing move where he just drop a whole bunch of bombs out his stomach, and then they just pan to the world and just show the world blowing the fuck up. Cyrax wins. Fatality. And you be like, damn, cause you ain't had to blow up the whole world though. Like, no one's around to know you won now. Amy got a John Deere chin. Amy got a chin having that. Her chin she got a potato digger chin. Her chin doing just like that. Chin having that chin sharp as hell. Chin like the sharp edge of a Dorito. Her Dorito chin having that. Quagmire chin having that. Giggity chin having that. Fuck wrong with Amy. Amy dead wrong for how she jumped in on that beef out of the blue. I was sitting there minding my business and seeing that little cut on Benjamin when he was still trying to riff him. He was like, and then he called me a dandruff demon. Honey, tell the people I don't have dandruff. And Amy was, and you absolutely don't have dandruff. And he's probably so short that he couldn't even see the top of your head to know you have dandruff. Hey there. Shorty from Scary Movie sounding there. Matilda, this is Mrs. Honey. Can you adopt me? Face her. Yeah, I had to give, but that was more on some like on some throwback Jonan type shit, like capping on somebody type shit. I ain't even really take it there with Amy like that, but yeah, just to let cuz know your whole wife can get a segment too. Like this shit don't even gotta be about you. Your whole wife go ahead and get a segment. And then he only responded. He was like, yeah, black people can't read books, and black people don't know how to tie shoes. It was just broad and ambiguous. That's why I said I won. But yeah, that shit may work on somebody who cares, but I really don't care about black people. I don't even believe in black people for real. So I don't really do that. So like that shit may work on Bryce and Gray, but you can hit me with that shit. I'm gonna just talk about your wife. And if you keep trying to hit me with that shit, I'm gonna talk about your sons individually. there's enough content on the internet about them niggas that you put out for me to go ahead and get my cap on them little niggas. So, you know, that's just the type of shit I'm on. So I can't even act like I'm on a moral high horse and oh no, don't do that. I'm not. I'm all about that. I might see that new Kong Godzilla movie. Kong got an Infinity Gun. Nah, what happened was, all right. So this is from what I understand. That is not an Infinity Gauntlet that Kong is wielding. That is something that I think Monarch made that for him so he could have an edge when he was fighting Shimu or some shit like that. I think in the beginning of the Kong X Godzilla movie, I think Kong and Godzilla gonna be beefing. They always gotta do that shit. Then they gonna get taken to center Hollow Earth, and then you gonna run into the orangutan dude, and then Kong like this nigga bigger than me like shit, and I think the orangutan dude gonna get off on King Kong. Like, I think, what's the nigga name? What's the orangutan? He got this weapon on him, and he bigger than Kong too. And he got this whip weapon or some shit made out of from the spine or something he killed. And I think he just gonna be beating the shit out of Kong with it. And um, I think Godzilla gonna come in because Godzilla clearly evolved. You know, Godzilla does that evolve thing. And that's where his pink dorsal plates come in. I think that's a result of his evolution in ice. And I think they're going to reveal the ultimate bad guy, which is King Kong, and Godzilla going to have to team up, not to take out the orangutan monkey, but they're going to have to take out Shimu, which was reportedly the first Titan that caused the Ice Age and froze Godzilla the first time. And I think Shimu is big as fuck too. Like Shimu is bigger than King Ghidorah, epic, larger than life, just. And I think Monarch, they created to try to give Kong an edge, because even though that nigga has opposable thumbs, you know, he gets beat up too much. So they felt bad for Kong, and Monarch was like, let's give this nigga some brass knuckles or something, man, because this is bad. So I think that's what that is. I'm definitely going to watch it. I'm not going to be one of those people who watch Godzilla -1. And how come the legacy Godzilla can't get nothing right? No, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to go see that shit in theaters too, so I can get the full experience, so I can really break that shit down for real. I'm gonna just overall, I'm just not even gonna worry about being a snob. I'm just trying to enjoy more things in my life, because life is short. You could be dead as fuck tomorrow. I ain't even trying to sit here and just be like, and that's wrong with that, and that's wrong with that, and that. I'm like, man, if the shit I rock with it. If it got a dumbass plot and storyline and the character development poor, I'ma state it. But if you have fun in a movie with your people you go to see it with, they gonna remember that. Like people remember that. The experience with each other, hanging out together. You know, you and your wife go see a movie like that shit, you know. When I get sad, I go back and listen to those streams. Good times. Yeah, that was Dreadhead BG. I've become a little bit softer in my older age. I'm a little bit older now, a little bit more mature, um, a little bit wiser. But yeah, they're saying the Bob Marley movie good. Once BG watch it, he'll reminisce of his dread. Man, fuck them dread. But when it comes to the Bob Marley movie, of course people gonna say it's good. Bob Marley is an icon. Literally, iconography. If somebody don't have Jesus picture in their house, they gonna have Bob Marley picture in their house. That nigga is literally an icon. People don't even know, never heard a Bob Marley song in their life. They know that face. They like, yo, him. So you really can't criticize a Bob Marley movie. And then when you find out that two of his sons are the executive producer, Rohan and Damian Marley was so it's like, damn, it ain't like the Whitney Houston biopic where her family didn't even approve the shit and they had problems with it. Nah, you got Bob Marley's sons working with that. They're making money for it. They're executive producing it. They're writing scripts. So you gonna get as authentic as it can get with that Bob Marley movie. And it's like, how the fuck you not gonna like it? His son, his family eating off. Bob Marley had like 12 kids. His family eating off of it. They bringing you the movie. It's you how you can't criticize that shit. That's like criticizing a 4-year-old who just sang Amazing Grace. It's like, how the fuck, even if it was some shit, it's like, how do you say that? Like, without, you can't do that. That's Bob Marley. You can't go wrong with Bob Marley. Godzilla and Planet of the Apes movies are not that bad of movie remakes. I haven't seen all the Planet of the Apes remakes, the new ones, but oh yeah, they do have the new one coming out. Yeah, and I don't think it's any humans in that one. I will have to watch that whole series again though. I think it's like 4 movies and then this new one they drop, but I don't know too much about that. But I'm a fan of the MonsterVerse Godzilla. I like Godzilla -1, but I'm a fan of the MonsterVerse Godzilla because I like seeing Godzilla interact with other kaiju or with other monsters. Like, Godzilla needs a character arc. If they keep making movies with Godzilla just destroying Japanese people, the shit gonna get boring. It's like, here comes Godzilla again. What you gonna do now, Godzilla? Oh, you gonna take that building and destroy that building and then shoot a Kamehameha wave in the city town center and blow up all the Japanese people again? Like, you got, in order to keep selling Godzilla toys, in order to keep the Godzilla name alive and keep up with the merchandise, you gotta diversify this shit. And what better way to do it than throw that nigga Godzilla in the MonsterVerse? That's why back in 24, after I watched Kong Skull Island, and I believe Kong Skull Island was the best King Kong movie to date. I don't give a fuck about the original. When they did Kong Skull Island, I was like, damn. Like when you seen King Kong, when he fought the that was like in 20, that was the 2010 one when he was fighting the T-Rexes. He fought the Kong Skull Island. He fought, that was King Kong's entry into the MonsterVerse. And Kong Skull Island, he fought, that's when they go over how King Kong is the last of his kind. And these monsters that came from, they didn't know it was a hollow earth yet, but it was a tunnel, and it was like the monsters that came from this tunnel. They killed King Kong's family, and Kong was a baby. He was just a big ass baby. He was like a 600-foot baby. And they was like, yo, he a baby. And niggas was like, really? Nigga, that nigga's a baby? You gonna have him at the screen door telling me to come on in, he don't bite next too, huh? That's what you gonna do now? But yeah, he was a baby. They give you all the background on Kong. And then at the end, they lead it up to the MonsterVerse with his first altercation with Godzilla. So for real, when you watching Godzilla square off with King Kong, that like King Kong not even a king yet. He just Kong. That's why you don't never hear him say King Kong. They always call him Kong, cause he a baby for real. Like, he young. But yeah, I like the MonsterVerse. And then you get to see Godzilla go off fighting other things. I feel like certain character arcs could be better written as it pertained to the humans. Sometimes I feel like the human element in the movie is overwhelming, and sometimes I feel like I'm not even going to nitpick on the CGI and all that. I just want a good story. So, and sometimes with the Godzilla movies, the story isn't there. The legendary MonsterVerse Godzilla. Like sometimes the story just isn't there, and the humans explain too fucking much, and do stupid shit. Like when King Kong, when Godzilla fought King Ghidorah, you had the eco terrorists. They were pushing the climate change shit, and it was all like the monsters are just trying to reclaim the earth because we're the disease and the natural core. And I was all like, who is this bitch? Who let her on the ship? You know, she had the daughter. If you remember in that movie, her daughter, who was Daenerys Targaryen, she played Mother of Dragons and all that shit in Game of Thrones. Yeah, she was annoying as fuck. I was like, why just die? Just don't even like can Mothra kill her, please? But maybe this Godzilla X Kong movie will be worth it. You know? Be a little bit better. You got a Jesse Lee Peterson impression? What do you what? I need to drink some water before I do that. I can't really. I do, but I haven't did it in a while. So because that hasn't been done in a while, I'm not really good at it. I just told him that you don't have to reinforce what I just said. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm not good at it. I got 2 more questions left. I go to the movies monthly or more. I love the theater. I like the theater too. I feel like the theater experience is being threatened overall due to various streaming platforms teaming up, and I feel like in the not too distant future, going to the theater is going to be a thing of the past, something that older people reminisce on. Remember when we used to go to the theater and watch that when they had that? I feel like, and then too the streaming platform, that shit hurting theater sales. So in like a lot of small towns, you'll see a lot of movie theaters closing down. But you know, just in the future, I feel like that's threatened, especially now that more and more movies are being released straight to the streaming platforms, which a lot of actors aren't really happy about. I think that's what um, Black Widow sued Disney. What's her name? Scarlett Johansson. She wasn't happy about Disney doing that with her movie Black Widow. She felt like she was entitled to some of the sales because I believe it was in theaters for a day, then it went straight to the Disney Plus streaming platform, which wasn't in the contract, and it just caused some shit. And that's why Scarlett Johansson, she was like, I don't even want to be in no more Disney projects or nothing like that. So, but she was working on her movie Black Widow while she was filming the last Avengers. So when they killed her off in the Avengers, uh, um, and Infinity Wars, when when Hawkeye, they were fighting over who sacrificed themselves, because Hawkeye was like, I'll kill myself so we can get the Soul Stone. And then she was like, nah, I'm gonna kill myself. And then they fought over who get to kill himself. And then when he fell, he was like, yo, let go. And she was like, no, she pulled him back. And then she dove down into the abyss head first and then splattered on the ground. It was fucking retarded, but you need the Soul Stone. So, hey, I guess you got to kill someone you really love to get it. And I don't want to get into the war, but I had Bob Marley on my wall in college. Yeah, Bob Marley is an icon. literally. Like a lot of Jamaicans either got Black Jesus on their wall or Bob Marley on their wall or both in the same photo on their wall. That's it. BG, was it called -1 because there will be a Godzilla 1 sequel? Nah, I think it was called -1 to put emphasis on. I forget, but it's a simple answer, and there won't be a sequel. I mean, if you've watched Godzilla -1, you know Godzilla's not dead. He's coming back. His sales, Godzilla is apparently like Majin Buu from a Dragon Ball Z character that was a bad guy, and basically, in order to destroy Godzilla, you have to not only kill him and stop his heart, or cut off his head, or dismember him completely. You have to completely obliterate him down to hit the last cell, micromolecule. Nothing of this nigga can be alive because he just regenerates from an insane. Like if you see at the end of Godzilla -1, when they got their shit together, and the dude was like, "We gonna use his atomic blast against him," and he crashed a plane in the Godzilla mouth while he was charging up his Kamea wave, and he was about to hit the world with a Kamehameha, and Godzilla eyes rolled back into the back of his head, and he was just, ah! The nigga drove a plane right into his mouth, and Godzilla just choked on this shit, and you seen his dorsal plates just start to drop and just pop back in, just, and then the nigga just started shaking, and then the beam just shot out of and just broke out of his body and went every which way. That was a nice scene. That was great. Everything about that movie was great. On a $15 million budget, they did a damn good job. I'll shake their hand. The producers, the directors, the writers, the actor, they did a good job. But then when you see Godzilla, like you see Godzilla get obliterated, and he just falling, you just see chunks of him start falling into the water, and then everybody's celebrating. But then they go in the water and they show you Godzilla this nigga's growing back. Like he just growing back. Like you can't stop Godzilla. So, but I doubt there's gonna be a sequel. Because Godzilla's like Jason Voorhees at this point. You can't kill him. The best you can do is try to contain him. Like how in Friday the 13th, the third movie, they was like, yo, we can't kill him because he just keep coming back. So they tied some concrete and chained up his leg and dropped him in the bottom of the lake. And yeah, that you can't kill him. You just gotta contain him. I don't know how you gonna contain Godzilla though. So that's a big, the dude is big. Funny how they use Hollow Earth as a plot point but can't touch Flat Earth. Because if they touched on Flat Earth, then they couldn't use Hollow Earth, because how the fuck is the Earth gonna be hollow in a flat Earth? That's fucking retarded. What? You wanna think about that again? Nah, I can see if the premise was Flat Earth, then they'd be like, yo, there is no hollow Earth. But what's below the Earth? Since we know flat is a description of a surface and not an actual shape. What's underneath this bitch? What's right here? What's this? We're here. What's here? We're here. What's here? We're here. What's here? Does sunlight even reach here? No. You know, you can have fun with a concept like that, but nah, I like the hollow earth concept a lot better. Way better. Way more engaging, and it just makes more sense for the monsterverse. The only way I would see somebody doing a flat earth in it is if somebody pushing an agenda. And a lot of flat earthers push an agenda for the masses to believe in flat earth. It's just not good enough that they believe in flat earth. They just want everybody else to believe in flat earth. Hollow earth is fun. You can take your mind off of NASA, trying to expose NASA, trying to have you just have fun. It's hollow earth. There's some people going they be like, yo, but is the earth hollow? The earth got 3 suns in that bitch though. Don't you see this? But you just have fun with it. Yeah, I'm getting too old to keep trying. Yeah, I'm getting too old to keep up with some of you boys. Y'all really on that shit. I'm old. No, I'm getting too old for that. I got one more question. Diddy could have a documentary series with episodes of all his crazy shit. No one gives a fuck about Diddy. Maybe the public, maybe everybody knew Diddy got down like that. That's the P Diddy's, and he been doing that shit since people were calling him Puffy. I mean, now everybody want to act like it's news or like it's something like this nigga been doing that shit. It's just like when people, like when they brought up this shit with R. Kelly, it's like, yo, everybody been known like he a freak nasty nigga. Like he'd piss on a giant and then have her piss on another giant. Like he ain't, man, that's cuz been nasty. He the king of R&B though. He the king of R&B though. Ain't nobody fucking with him in the studio though. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. You be like, hell yeah, that nigga the king of R&B. That's him pissing on bitches. They be like, yeah, shorty. You know, he be peeing on, golden shower. The Germans been doing that shit, but he took it, Robert Kelly did it a little bit better. I watched the tape too many times to count, bro. I watched it. Like, how long was this tape out for the public to consume? Like, yo, that shit was out there, son. Like, you ain't see the tape? If I can see it, then I can do it. Shout out to R. Kelly, man. He ain't had no business peeing on bitches. What he locked up for now isn't him peeing on the 14-year-old. He was acquitted for that. This shit he locked up for now is like human trafficking, because there were women from different states that were living with him, and they just called it. They was like, yo, the human trafficking, the laws for that shit just been reduced to the smallest molecule. Like, you can get a human trafficking charge if somebody say they did not consent to you taking them over the border from Virginia to North Carolina. Human trafficking. They can hit you with that. They don't. They may give you a kidnapping charge because that's state. So instead of human trafficking, they won't hit you with the kidnapping. But if you're somebody of some type of status or importance and they try and make an example, or they just want to flex and use some resources and give a bunch of agents jobs, they gonna hit you with human trafficking. And when people hear human trafficking, they mind shut off. You a damn demon now. And then you may have this girl, her family saying, yeah, he took her from her, yeah, over there, he was doing this. Like you, so R. Kelly, he facing that shit. R. Kelly not getting out. But I think like 2 of the girls, they recanted their testimonies. There's some shitty shit going on with that case, because R. Kelly was a wild boy, but nah, P. Diddy was wild, and people knew it. You know, people know. What's up, Lance? I'm doing all right. What's up with you though? I mean, they don't ever present it in a way to be taken serious. You can't, you have to indoctrinate people to the idea of flat earth before you can present it in a way where it's to be taken serious. You could put it in a movie all you want and do all the propaganda, but people still either going to be entertained by it or feel like somebody pushing an agenda that's going against what's either already established or what they already got their mind on the shape of the earth is, like triangle earth, sideways earth, soccer ball earth. Like people, so yeah, people ain't just going, that's why I said no one gives a fuck about flat earth. It's just a cool talking point for truthers. And I feel like that's why a lot of truthers jumped on the bandwagon, because more and more people accepted the idea of it. The financial opportunities opened up for it. So a lot of people, they don't even understand geometry, angles. They skipped school. They got a fourth grade education, but they sit up there and talk about what they learned in school and be like, they're wrong on this point. Don't even know what the fuck NASA really saying, except for what another YouTuber hopped on his stream and said NASA said, that he could say NASA said, and then disprove with the facts that he found out from another YouTuber. And then before long, you just got this whole, it's like a fire that just spread. It's just breadcrumbs leading nowhere. Once again, shit not going to help you out no way, shape, form, or fashion, unless you're the one peddling the flat earth bullshit because you got an app, maybe. Not going to say no names. But maybe you have an app. You quit your construction job, your construction company that you owned, and started a flat earth app because you seen the financial potential in it. Or it was a nice talking point to add to your repertoire of talking points as a truther, so you can be more of an edgelord. People like that. You can just capitalize on it. People are easy to capitalize on. As for globe earth, what's established, that shit is established. So you're going to be seen as the cult. If that changes in the future, I guarantee you it won't be because of something you did. Like I can use the example of Christianity in the Roman Empire. Christianity was a cult in the Roman Empire. It was a small minority of people. They were having services on Saturday too. But what do you know? Here comes Emperor Constantine. You see how I said Emperor Constantine and not a basic ass regular dude with a 9-to-5 like you. Yeah, Emperor Constantine. Pow! Slammed the guy, was like, let the city and magistrate people rest on the venerable day of the sun. Had a thing called the Lord's Day. Instituted blue laws. And accepted Christianity. Yeah, but basic people didn't do that. And that shit was in law. So, that's why I said, man, I'm just enjoying my life. But flat earth talking point, that is a great cash cow. And I'm pretty sure it's been truther type people that's been felt the pressure to go ahead and preach that shit, because the gospel of flat earth, that affects you a pretty coin. People will feel like you're more based, more aware. Especially people that come to your channel, if you want some truth or shit, they tap into you to basically reaffirm what they think they already know. Or what did they say? Confirmation bias. So people in a certain circle of a sphere, a truther sphere circle, they gonna cut off people who don't espouse their confirmation bias or something. It's like that one dude who came in here was like, yo, I fucked with Richie from Boston, but he was acting like flat earth was some bullshit. So I had to unsubscribe and stop watching him. I was like, see? And you know what unsubscription means? That means less money. That may have been somebody willing to pay or do whatever. So a lot of people gonna get on that shit. And people gonna put pressure on other people to accept the doctrine and gospel of flat earth, and and they gonna be like, yeah, Some people just want to be the bad boy so bad. Yeah, you know. Shout out to NASA and Flat Earth. I don't have a problem with either one for real. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if NASA told you the Earth is donut. I don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck about NASA. So I can't, for me to act like I do now, it's just not my cup of tea. You know, I'd rather do another Godzilla -1 review than to talk about what NASA's doing or what NASA has told you, because I didn't give a fuck about that shit in school. I'm not the stargazing type, so this just fits my temperament right here. This is my personality. This is me being me. And that's that. Shout out to Hollow Earth too. And shout out to R. Kelly. I know he was pissing on me. Shit. He got a human trafficking charge, but shout out to R. Kelly. But Brother Raymond, the Earth is not a ball spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. I don't give a fuck what the Earth spinning at. If it's not spinning, if it is, if it stopped and stood still under the sun. Well, I would care then, but. Anything else? All right, that's enough. You had enough? So I don't give a fuck about that. He won't stop. Is to discredit people who call out the Jew. Even that, everybody know what the Jew's up to. The Jew isn't even that shit not even a hot topic for real. I feel like the Jew shit is just, maybe you could say Flat Earth was just to discredit people who call out the Jew, but I mean, you had people that, I mean, shit. I don't give a fuck about the Jews, so, you know, shout out to the Jews. I'll say it, David Weiss made the app. There you go. I forgot, because I didn't know which one. It was either David Weiss or Adam West. What's the other popular nigga? Adam, the other nigga. I forget these niggas' names. But yeah, Cuz made an app. He was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make that. I heard him, because after I did the skit with Truth to Talk, she had, what was it? David Weiss on her broadcast, or whoever Crow 777 is, and he was like, yeah, I had a construction company I owned, and I left all that behind to pursue this. And I was like, you a stupid motherfucker. You were retarded. You couldn't have the construction company and do this too. You just had to go full time into this. People like that, they do shit like that when they see a financial opportunity. They don't give a fuck about truth, none of that other shit. Shit is a numbers game to them. Yeah, shout out to Thaddeus and Esmeralda. But white people are the true Hebrews and the light of the world. I mean, white people already are calling themselves the true Hebrews. Y'all just call them Jews. But to me, they have white color skin. I mean, they look like, you can't tell the difference. You know? You just, like, I wouldn't, if I was an alien from outer space and came here and somebody was like, it's Joe Biden. I was like, okay. And then somebody was like, it's Chuck Schumer. And I was like, okay. They're different. They have different, one's a Jew and one's white. I'd be like, okay. It's like, yo, Chuck Schumer has the same skin tone as Joe Biden. They claim they Jews. The white man been claiming they Jews for the longest now. That's not news. The white man been the Hebrew. They've been the Jews. You look at Lord Jacob Rothschild, I think the nigga died because really graceful. Hand or not friends. Made a video about the nigga. You look at Lord Jacob Rothschild and look at Joe Biden. What's the fucking difference? None. Except the white man gonna call one the white man and the other is gonna be the Jew. Even though you would look at, they'd be like, yo, that the white man, the white man gonna be like, nah. One's a white man and that's the Jew. You'd be like, well, who is who? They'd be like, Joe Biden is the white man and Lord Jacob Rothschild is the Jew. But like, how the fuck are they different though? Like, what? They'd be like, it's the skin color, man. You're like, I don't fucking get it. But whatever. Whatever. Yeah, this shit a numbers game. That's why I said in order to be a truther, you gotta know how to truther. And there's no room, and that doesn't necessarily mean telling the truth. You just gotta know how to tap into your audience and get them to open up that pocket. If you gotta adapt a gospel and add it to your book, or if you gotta remove something that and you know, did what you gotta do to make money, it's just so you could be like, I'm justifying it to my wife why I'm always doing this and not really with a job, so I can, you know, you gotta play it. It's a game. People out here playing the game. So what you're saying is your wife is a Jew? No, because I don't call her a white woman either. That was the whole point of what I was saying. Like, you could look at Sarah Silverman and you could look at but you could take Sarah Silverman, y'all get the fucking point. It's the fucking same. It's just people gonna put Jew in it. Is it because it's a religion they think it really exists? Or because they feel like they are the fucking Hebrews? But what the world sees, what actually really is, y'all get the fucking point. You guys are getting it. Crushing. Cardington super chats. Fucking final super chats and I'm out. P.O. Box 821076 San Juan 10509. Whatever the fuck. Super chats. Where's my bell? But your wife is white. All right, I'll accept that. But Sarah Silverman is also white then. The people who you claim are in control of the Federal Reserve are also white then. Jacob Rothschild is also white then. The Helen Goldstein bitch in charge of finances is also white then. You get the picture. Race and religion, not confusing at all. It was never a religion. There is no such thing. There is no, authentically speaking, biblically speaking, using the Bible, the same source that these people derive their race and religion from, there is no such thing as a Jewish religion. There is no such thing as a Jewish race. That's just biblically speaking. That shit is calcified traditional error. Well, traditional error that has been calcified in the minds of the masses. The Jewish religion does not exist. Never has. It was never a religion. If you go back and look at Genesis chapter 10 and read, you see the lineages of Noah's 3 sons. Japheth begat Ashkenaz, not Shem. Shem is where they get the term Semite. Shemitic. And then, of course, you got the Hamites, from which you got Libya, Mizraim, will put Libya, Ethiopia, and all that. But you look at certain things, and it's like, as a collective, the 10 tribes of Israel, or the 12 tribes of Israel. No, let's talk about it, because people give wrong information. You can't look towards content creators to explain this Judah shit to you. Hold on. You cannot look towards content creators to explain Judaism to you. You can't look towards lawmakers. This shit is in scripture. And the reason you can go to scripture is because it's the same source that they claim their claim comes from. So using that, the 12 tribes of Israel. Israel was a real person. Israel's real name was Jacob, aka Yaqub. Shout out to Yaqub. He was born Yaqub. It means heel holder, because his big brother Esau came out the pussy first, and he came out holding that nigga heel like, wait a minute. That's Jacob. Jacob was a bitch. Let's be honest, you read it. Jacob was a bitch. Did some trickery shit. He inherited, he got his brother's inheritance, tricked his father, whoop-de-woo, you know. Of course he was gonna get the blessing. But Jacob was a character that had a redemption arc. Hear me out. He had a redemption arc. Jacob stopped being a bitch when he was on the road. And it was just this man, it was right there. The angel of the Lord came down. It was like, yo, Jacob, you've been a bitch your whole life, son. Like, we gotta do something about that. You, like, square up. And Jacob socked him. The angel of the Lord hit him. Pop! Yeah, square up. That's when Jacob was like, hold on, you ain't gonna play me like I'm some bitch or something. And then they got into it. Whoop-de-woo-woo-woo. That's why Israel, that means one who wrestles with Elohim, or he who struggles with Elohim, because that's what he did. He proved he wasn't a bitch, so he was like, ah, you worthy of these blessings. Whoop-de-woo-wop-wop. So the angel of the Lord told Jacob, your new name Israel. So now his name is Israel. Israel had 12 sons. Hear me. 12. Not one. 12. One of his sons' name was Dan. One of them, Asher. One of them, Ephraim. One of them, Benjamin. And one of them, Judah. That's right, Judah. Or Yahudah, whatever you want to say. All right? He had 12 sons. And Joseph, too. Joseph was a homosexual. He was twirling with a rainbow coat on, you know, doing the shit. It was like with the pride coat. His brothers was like, you know what? Let's go ahead. Yeah, we gonna take him out. What you doing? Nothing. It was like, Joseph was a homosexual. But he had 12 sons. The 12 sons represent the 12 tribes. Judah had a son. Judah's offspring became the tribe of Judah. That's it. The faith, the actual faith in the Most High existed well before Judah was born. That is why I say there is no such thing as Judaism, the Jewish religion. That shit does not exist. This is the same faith that Abraham had. Hold on, helicopter. Nah, because I'm sick of this shit. Y'all gonna get this shit today. Go to the New Testament. Read Hebrews chapter 11. It talks about those who died in faith. The same faith that hasn't changed is here today. Certain things you have the Messiah, you have certain things that represented other things that are no longer done, like sacrifice of animals and slaughtering of goats because of the Messiah, figure himself. But it's the same faith you could read about that Abraham had in Hebrews chapter 11, which is in the New Testament. But if you look in the Old Testament, you look in Genesis, you see this faith was present this whole fucking time. It was never a religion. Never. It existed well before the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Dan. It existed before Isaac. It was here before Noah had this same faith. Noah was found to be worthy. This shit was here. So that's what I mean when I say the Jewish religion does not exist. Now, what you do have is after the northern 10 tribes were taken away from Israel by the Assyrian army due to them worshiping false gods on every high hill and fucking under every pine tree, you had Judah, who stayed in the land that was in the south. They were south side, and they basically absorbed the tribe of Benjamin and started intermarrying between the tribes. So now you got basically the tribe of Benjamin and the offspring of Judah, one fucking tribe. They get taken into captivity by the Babylonians. Babylonian that way. When that shit ended, they returned to the land where they took up the land. And it was the tribe of Judah. You had outsiders coming in, calling them. They were saying, this religion, this is Judaism. Because they didn't know what the fuck to call it. And that's how that stuck. Where people just equate that to it being a Jewish faith. But it wasn't. That's just how people put things in a box that are too big to be in a box. You know? You know? So that's why the tribe of Judah was still there, and they were in that region up until that day. Then you already know you had a whole bunch of bullshit happen, you know, but then you had you know the Roman Empire came in, and now you have the Messiah in the equation. Everybody's speaking Aramaic now. The Roman Empire is calling it a Jewish religion because they don't fucking understand it. They still worship Venus, and Jupiter is their high god, and Janus is their god. So they're like, yeah, that's the Jewish religion. And then you got the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Essenes running around like Power Rangers. Shout out to the Essenes. They the ones that gave you they weren't actually in the city. They were more towards the sea, the salty sea and shit. They were, you know, but yeah, they the ones. It's said that the Essenes or Essenes are the ones who are responsible for the Dead Sea Scrolls. So you had that, and then the shit just grew from there. But it was never a religion. Then with the Messiah, you had in the Roman Empire different people. They was like, yo, these are the Jewish people. The Jewish people like, yo, they not us, because they believed in the Messiah was the Son of God. But they were never Jews to begin with, and it was a continuation of the same faith, not a different faith. So the Jews saying it as a different faith. But the early, let's say, Christians didn't see it as Christianity. They just saw it as a continuation of the same faith that you could read about in Hebrews 11 that Abraham had, that all the way back to Noah had, that Enoch had, that he was translated that he would not see death in that day that fucked up shit was happening, that King David had. All these people that had this faith and died, they have not received the promises yet. but looked on them from afar and believed they were still to come. So it was never Jewish faith and Christianity faith. It was just the faith. It wasn't a religion. And with the Messiah, it wasn't a difference. It was just a continuation of the same faith. That's it. That's all. And that's the truth. So when it comes to who are the Jews, I'm going to go ahead and say those people living in Israel now aren't the Jews. No one fucking knows. Some people claim they do. But who fucking knows? A lot of people are going to say they're Khazars from the Khazarian Empire who were forcibly converted to Judaism under the threat when they was beefing with the whatever the case may be. But I ain't going to sit here and act like I know who the true Jews are. I'm not even going to act like that shit really matters. Because you're seeing what happened if you read the New Testament. You got to read Galatians 3, which assures you if you belong to the Messiah, what you do, then you are Abraham's seed in the heir according to the promises. The same promises found in Deuteronomy. So, with me just giving you Galatians 3, does it fucking matter who the Jews are? There is no fucking chosen people. It's you. And that is through faith. That's what that is. So when it comes down to who are the Jews, is it a religion or is it a people? It is a people who descended from an actual man named Judah. Judah's offspring was known as the tribe of Judah. He was an actual man. That's why I said you can't convert into the tribe of Judah. You can if you're a woman and you marry him. That's why it says in the book of Numbers, chapter 118, the houses were counted. The houses were they were named after the households of their father. So they took the father's name. The Jewish shit today, they're going to tell you they take after the mother. But in the book of Numbers, chapter 1:18, says you are after the house of your father, which is why Ruth, a Moabite, was able to marry into the tribe of Judah. And from Ruth, a Moabite, Lot's descendant, incest babies, from Ruth, who was a Moabite, who married into to the tribe of Judah, came the Messiah. Because Mary was descended from that lineup, from that union between Ruth, the Moabite, and I forget her husband's name. You got to read the book of Ruth. So you are after the house of your father. That's how they lined it up. That's what it was. That's why it was the tribe of Judah, not the tribe of whoever Judah married, not the tribe of Rachel, not the tribe of Zipporah. And then too, you also had the Levites. The Levites, the Levitical priesthood, Levite was the son of Israel, and that was to be the priest for the faith. It was never the Jews. It was not supposed to be the Pharisees or any of these other fucking groups. It was the Levites. Moses was a Levite. He was not a Jew, but he was still an Israelite because he descended from one of the 12 sons of Israel. You see what I'm saying? So, technically speaking, since the Jews reject the New Testament, unless they're Levites, unless you descend from the Levitical priesthood, which descendant of Levi, then you have no business making sacrifices. You have no business operating a synagogue, a temple, or whatever the case may be, because that was the job for the Levites. That's why Moses had his sister Miriam, well, not his sister, but Aaron was Moses' brother. They alone, the Levites alone, the other 11 tribes had to go through them in order to, they had the Ark of the Covenant. They were responsible for that. So that's what that is, man. So when people sit up here and tell you, oh, the Jews is a religion and is a people. No, the fuck it's not. It's an actual people. They come from an actual person whose name was actually Judah in the Bible. I don't give a fuck if you believe in the Bible, you don't. I don't give a fuck if you atheist calling yourself a Jew. You're fucking retarded. The only thing that gives them people any type of claim to that land is the Bible, they reject. You can go through HaTorah all you want. Look at the Torah. You can go over the shit. You can find out what it really is. And you will see that Judaism is not a fucking religion. And it never fucking was. There is no disputing that. These are facts upon facts. This is what it is. And as it is written, so let it be done. All that shit that came from the good movie Ten Commandments, you know. No, but what, all right, you gotta chill out now. But yeah, cause I get sick of this shit. People really be harping on the Jews and shit. Like they really know about the Jews, but never cracked open the fucking Bible in their life to even understand the fucking question or understand what's going on with the lineage. It's right there in the book of Numbers. The book of Numbers is called the book of Numbers because it's about lineages. Go read the book of Numbers right fucking now. You're going to see the lineage of everybody. From Africa to Asia. Or before the Middle East was called the Middle East, it was called Central Asia. Then you're going to see descendants upon descendants and who was who. Like all your answers are right there, son. But people want to look to other people, or content creators, or lawmakers, or people on TV to tell them who's what. Like, your rabbi can't tell you that. I don't know what the fuck he doing with his life. But it's a good structure to have now for them. I'm not saying you, but for them, because it's the control, it's a centralized power thing going on. So now Judaism has become a brand when it was never supposed to be. And that's why in the book of Matthew it says, a lot of people will come to me in that day and say, but Messiah, we have done miracles in your name. We preached in your name. We did all this and that. We cast out demons in your name. And he going to look at you and say, get away from me. I never knew you. Which is scary for people who think they know something. That's why I say seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. This shit written right there. You know, you want to talk about a group of people whose origin is they claim the origin come from the Bible. You gotta go to the Bible to figure it out. If you ain't never read the Bible before, or you just one of these people who get your talking points from another YouTuber or somebody and then want to speak on that shit on your broadcast like you know what you're talking about, you're gonna get exposed as a fool. Like the source material is right there. There's no reason why you shouldn't know this shit. I gotta go. I gotta head across town and do manly things though. So I'm out.